am going to do a little something different, a little bit of a different type of a tutorial. We're not doing a how to apply makeup to your face today. We are doing a how to mix colors out of your Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick palette. If you saw my last video, which was a tutorial, I did like a little quick first impressions of this palette within that tutorial, but I didn't really talk about mixing the colors at all. In case you guys don't know, my background is in fine arts and I have a degree in painting, so mixing colors, I know a thing or two about it, and I feel like I could get some really cool colors out of this palette with you guys. So yesterday, I wanted to get like a gauge of what you guys wanted to see, so I jumped on Instagram Live and I asked you guys, what colors do you want me to mix from this thing? So I have a few colors that are suggested from you guys, and I also threw in a couple of colors that I came up with myself, things that I feel like I wish I had in my collection, and things I feel like will be good for the coming spring and summer months. A couple of things to make note of before we get started. Always remember when you are mixing colors, whether they are paint or whether they are lipstick, that dark pigments are always going to be stronger than light pigments. For example, if you have a little bitty blobby doodle of white and you have a little bitty blobby doodle of black, and they are exactly the same size, and you want to mix them together and you want to get a gray, if you mix them together, they are not going to make halfway between black and white. They are going to be way closer to black because black is a much stronger pigment than white. That concept applies to most dark pigments, black obviously being the most intense of the bunch. I always suggest when people are mixing colors that you start with your lighter colors and then add in little bits of dark color to kind of see if you can get where you want to go. If you are completely new to color theory, if you don't know how colors work, if you're not familiar with the color wheel or the types of colors, primary, secondary, tertiary colors, I will leave a link down below. I actually wrote a series of blog posts a long time ago about color theory and how it applies to makeup, but mostly just about color theory in general because I think that it's really important to makeup, especially if you are looking to be a professional makeup artist. You need to have your color theory down. So I will link that down below if you'd like to take a peek at that. I think it could be very helpful just in general for how you do your makeup, but especially if you are looking to be a working makeup artist, it will definitely come in handy. And don't forget when you're mixing colors that less is always better to start with. You could always add more in, but it's a big pain in the ass to try to jump up the rest of the colors to compensate when you put too much of one color in. So when in doubt, start with less and then add more incrementally as you go. Colors I'm going to mix today are a violet with a gray undertone, a deep dark almost black navy blue, a neon coral, a plum color, and an orange red. So hopefully you dig some of those colors, and that's all I got to say about it. Let's start mixing. First color up on the agenda today is a violet with a gray undertone. To get this shade, we're going to use some of primary number 1, a little touch of primary number 2, remember dark pigments are stronger, and a good helping of primary number 9. And as I mix this up, you can see even with that very tiny amount of black, it does have a pretty large effect on the purple. Did you come to visit? Can you smell my lip balm? Next color we're going to mix up is a blackened navy blue. I have a lot of navy blue shades, but they're all kind of like mid-tone navy, almost into the royal blue realm of things. So I wanted to mix up a color, and you guys seem to wanted to mix up a color too when we talked yesterday, that's navy blue and almost black, like so dark it's almost black. To do that, we're going to use mostly primary 5, a little bit of primary 2, and I'm going to even mix in the tiniest smidge of primary 4. The yellow shade might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but the blue in this palette is an extremely true blue, and I like my navies to have a little bit of like a hint of a green undertone to them, maybe like almost like a phthalo blue if you've ever used paints before. barely detectable, just a kiss of greenness in there. I just find that, for me, I just like the way it looks better. Next up, we are going to mix a bright electric coral. Next up, we're going to mix a bright electric coral for summer. That's what was requested of me. And I dig it, because I don't have any color like that. Let's mix one. We're gonna mix number 7 with a little bit of number 12 and a hint of primary number 1. Next, I'm going to mix a burgundy-ish color, but I think I'm going to make it more of like a burnt burgundy plum sort of shade so that it's a little bit more unique. I'm going to use number 10, number 12, a tiny touch of primary 2, and a little bit of primary 3. And last, I'm going to mix a nice bright orange red. I think that orange reds are really nice to have for summertime. And I have a couple of them that I wear regularly, and when I wear them, people always comment, "Ooh, I've been looking for a color like that. Where did you get it? What color is it?" So I think it's something that people need in their collections a little bit more. So it's a good one to know what it is. And to mix it, we're going to use mostly number 7 with a bit of primary 3. I took most of these color suggestions from you guys with the exception of the plum and this blood orange, red, orangey color. And you know, truth be told, I like every single one of them, and I actually wrote them all down, and I'm really glad that I did because I am totally going to mix these again and wear pretty much every single one of them. The coral I surprisingly liked on myself. That is not a color I would normally reach for me. And that navy has my name written all over it. So if you have this palette or if you're thinking about buying this palette, I hope you found this a little bit helpful. I pushed my hair over to keep it out of my face while I was applying the lipsticks, and now I can't get it to look good any other way, so this is the style we're rocking for the rest of the day, I guess. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it a little bit useful. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. That really helps me out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to see more videos. You can see my shining face here several times a week. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm at Miss QuinnFace on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And if you want to be part of the next selection of things that we do in a video when I go live on Instagram to talk to you guys, make sure you follow me there so that you get the notification that I'm streaming live. I will link everything that I talked about in this video, including my posts on color theory, in the description box below, as well as information on anything else you might want to know. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.